Hi, welcome back to yoga. Today is Monday, the 15th of June. We're bringing yoga into our daily lives. So we're going to give a few minutes for everybody to join us. As we give a few minutes, I'll go ahead and talk about what we've already been practicing and what we're going to start practicing or seeing in the next few classes. So now we have practiced another limb of yoga. So remember the 8 limbs of yoga, asana only being one of the limbs. That was our physical poses that we moved through. And now we've experienced the 5 yamas, which we went through the past couple of weeks. That has taught us abstinences or restraints of non-violence, truthfulness, non-stealing, non-excess, and non-attachment. As we move through the asanas, the Sanskrit name for physical poses, today we will be looking to connect to our true self, also known as divine essence, ultimate self, or Atman. You might also think of this as the soul. If that thinking doesn't resonate with you, then consider disentanglement. We disentangle that which stops us from feeling free, or moksha. The ultimate goal of any yoga practice is to attain moksha, which is liberation or freedom. This path of liberation brings us back to the 8 limbs of yoga. This week we'll be learning the Niyamas, as the yamas were of abstinences, restraints, or moral disciplines. Niyamas are observances, or positive duties directed towards ourselves, and with our actions also can be considered towards the outside world. So we have ni in the word niyama, meaning inward or within in Sanskrit. There are 5 niyamas. And there are 5 yamas. So we'll go with the Niyamas. It is Saucha is the first one, cleanliness or purity. Santosha, contentment. Svwardyarya, self-study. Tapas, discipline. And Ishvaraprandarna is surrender to the flow towards enlightenment, inner voice, deep intuition, higher self, awakened mind. Hello, Brenda. Welcome. All right, we have about another minute. Okay, so while we wait for another moment for other people to get on here, let's take a moment to set your intention about what it is you want to manifest into your life today. Hi, Marianne. So taking a moment, we might be closing the eyes, setting an intention here, what we would like to manifest into our life. All right. Let me turn down the music. I heard quite a bit of loudness there. There we go. Okay. So hopefully we're setting our intention. We're getting comfortable on our chair. And we're taking deep breaths. And we're breathing in now the nose as we start to ground through the soles of the feet. We roll the shoulders back. We tighten those abs, lengthen through the core, lengthen through the neck. And we let the abs, the belly, the heart, the body to expand with our inhales. And as we exhale, we allow it to contract or sink back to center, our navel center, drawing back. And now taking that intention, or maybe it's an affirmation for you, And we're going to bring that into a mantra into ourselves. So you can say it out loud on an exhale. And then you can start to bring that with each and every breath. That mantra on the exhale, whether we say it in our mind, we whisper it, or we might say it out loud. Take a moment to bring that intention in. And while you say your personal mantra, personal affirmation, allow yourself to feel that. So it isn't just sterile, something that you say in the mind. Allow it to move throughout the body and start to feel what it would feel like to have that manifestation, to have what you're looking for, that affirmation. One more breath. And exhale, just letting go of our personal mantra here as we come back to our intention that we've set for today. And maybe we just set an intention for class. Maybe it was for the day, for the week. Just allow yourself to start opening the eyes. Release the shoulders. Let's go ahead and inhale. Draw the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Pause at the top of the breath. And exhale, let's release all the way down. Even allow the chin to come down into the chest. Inhale, let's lift the shoulders. We can lift the gaze. Let's hold at the top of the breath again. And exhale, release the shoulders, draw the chin back down into the chest. And at the end of this exhale, let's hold. Inhale. Draw shoulders up, inhaling, chin up. Exhale, so we're holding, retaining our breath at the exhale end and at the inhale end. Inhale. And let's exhale. This time we're not going to hold. As we exhale, chin into chest, shoulders roll back. Let's bring our arms to the side. Inhale, lengthen up and over. And let's exhale, come into our forward fold. So that just means hinge at the hips. Bring the arms down. You can support your back if you need to with the palms of the hands. Let the shoulders roll back, draw those elbows in. And maybe for some of us, this means we can release the arms and we could release the head. It's really up to you, your body, so please check in. And let's go ahead and start to bring it back up to the knees if we aren't already there with our flat back. And inhale, let's lengthen all the way up and over. Exhale, releasing to the sides. Nice, slow breath with our movement. Inhale, lengthen up and over. Exhale, open to the side. Inhale, lengthening up and over. Exhale, open to the other side. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, one hand, arm comes down to the hip or side, lap, and start to stretch over as we inhale again. And let's exhale, bring it back up. Switch the arms, other hand on lap or hip. Inhale, reach up. And start to exhale over to the side. Inhale, let's lengthen both arms up. And exhale, coming back into forward fold. Remember, option to keep the back flat, hands on knees, and just keep lengthening here. Another option, roll down into the legs. Coming back up to the knees, let's inhale, flat back, lengthening all the way up and over. So we have another option here. We're going to continue 2 more of the combination we did. You can add a blocker ball between those inner thighs to engage the inner thighs as we press down into the soles of the feet. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthening up and over. Exhale, twist open to our side. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, twist open to the other side. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, bring one hand down. And start to reach over to that opposite side. Inhale, let's bring the hand up. Exhale again, the other arm comes down, supports either the side or is on the lap as we stretch in that lateral flexion. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, folding forward. Whether we have that flat back, shoulders rolled back, or we release all the way down. Let's bring it all the way back up to the knees. Inhale, nice flat back as we press all the way back up. Exhale, arms to the side. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, open to the side. Inhale. Exhale, open to the side. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, one hand comes down, lateral flexion. Inhale, lengthen up. Tighten that core. Exhale, lateral flexion. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, coming forward to our forward fold, whether we have a flat back, shoulders rolled back, elbows in, or we release down. Coming back up, if we release down, flatten through the back, let's inhale, press all the way back up. Sweeping up and over. Let's exhale, open to the side. Inhale, lengthening up. Open to the side. Inhale. Exhale, release one hand, arm. Inhale, let's lengthen up and over. Exhale, releasing the other arm. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, let's go ahead and draw chin into chest. Grounded feet, tight torso, interlace those fingers. Release to the back of the head. Release elbows forward down. Let's inhale, open through the elbows, broaden out through the chest and shoulders. Exhale, let's bring the chin back down to the chest, elbows forward down. Inhale, let's lengthen back up. Feeling that expansion, stretching through all the chest muscles here, the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades back. Let's release forward and down. Last one, inhale, expanding open. And let's exhale, just come to that neutral point. Release the hands all the way down to our sides. Let the head tilt. Bring that same arm up that the head is tilting towards and soften the touch as we bring it to the head, and more of a pulling away action from the shoulder instead of just pressing down. So we're pulling up and over to the side. The other hand can pull on the shoulder. Stretch through the side part of our neck and a little bit, hopefully, in the back part of the neck. Let's go ahead and exhale. We're going to release the hands back down to the lap. Let's tilt the chin looking towards the ground or armpit. Take a nice deep breath and just shake the head, yes. And it's a gentle shaking here. It's soft and gentle. And let's go ahead and slowly release that chin, pressing down across the chest, all the way over to the other side. We're looking down again on the other side, and we're going to shake our head yes. And hopefully we feel this in the back now of our muscles, behind the neck, down through the trapezius and into our shoulders and back. Let's go ahead and start to tilt the chin. So we went from being towards the ground, and we're just going to tilt the chin straight forward. Hopefully the shoulders are rolled back, and we find that alignment through center as we start to bring that same hand gently on the head as we pull away from the shoulder, and the shoulder pulls away from the head. Focusing on the breath again, in and out of the nose. One more breath. And let's exhale, gently release those hands and gently just let the head come back to neutral. Let's take a nice deep inhale, lengthening through the crown of the head here. And exhale again, press down, chin into chest. Let's inhale, lengthen the chin up off the chest. And then exhale, coming back to neutral. Let's bring our hands down to the bottom of the chair and lengthen our legs out, toes up towards the ceiling. Let's bend one knee, allow one foot to come down, then the other knee, allow the foot to come down. Inhale, one leg comes up. Exhale, the other leg comes up. Inhale, the other leg comes down. Exhale, the other leg comes down. Let's inhale both legs forward and up. So that means we're lengthening through the legs, toes are up towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath, contract those abs, lift through the heart, roll those shoulders back and down, and let's exhale, release the legs. Let's go ahead and remove the block if we had it. And as we come to our hands on our knees, so hopefully we're comfortable in our chair, we're scooted away from the back so that we find our alignment and our muscles contracting inward and lifting upward, keeping our posture here without the chair back. Let's go ahead and just roll the shoulders back a couple of times. And then exhale, release the hands all the way down to the knees, hinge yourself forward. Take a nice deep inhale all the way through a flat back. We're moving into our cat as we exhale, navel to spine, round through the back, chin into chest. Let's inhale, option to hinge forward, roll those shoulders back, press the heart between the arms, and lengthen the gaze also. Let's exhale, move back into our contraction of cat. Inhale, option to just lengthen, draw the hands back up the legs, and still open through the heart, the gaze, as the shoulders squeeze down and back. Let's exhale back into our cat posture. And inhale, coming into cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, lengthen all the way up. Let's lengthen one leg out, toes up again, and this hand is going to come right underneath that leg that is lengthened. The other hand grounding on top of the quad muscle of the other leg. Let's inhale and just open, guiding that leg out to the side. And exhale, bring it back. So we're using a lot of leg strength, not arm strength. We're keeping length in the back. We're just letting that arm guide it out as we inhale. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, draw it out. And exhale, bring it back. So this is an option without a belt. You're welcome to use the belt. Go ahead and bring that leg down. Palm comes up on top. And you're welcome to try both because we've done the belt, so here's without. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen that leg, toes up. Hand can come underneath that guide. As a guide, roll the shoulders back. Let's inhale, open. Exhale, bring it back to neutral. Nice, slow, controlled motion. Inhale, open. Exhale, contract, draw back to center. Inhale, open. And exhale, let's draw back to center. Let's go ahead and release that leg. Coming back to soles of the feet grounded, let's shake our hands. So let's lengthen tall here. Thinking of our posture as we shake our hands just in front of us comfortably. So hopefully this is comfortable. The shoulders are rolled back, elbows are close to our sides, shaking those hands out. And now let's shake it to the side. So all we've done is twist, and we might have a little bit more energy over here on this side, a little bit more weight to that side. And now let's just shake it to the other side. So it's a twisting of the torso here as we shake over to the side. Keep the back lengthened and those abs tight as we breathe. Now let's go ahead and bring the hands interlaced to heart center. Exhale, ground through the feet. And let's inhale, palms away. Exhale, flip the palms back to heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's inhale here. And exhale this time away. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This time, inhale, lengthen up and over. And let's exhale, flip the palms when it's comfortable. Bring it all the way back to the heart. Inhale away and up. Exhale. Let's go ahead and flip the hands when comfortable and draw it all the way back to the heart. Let's inhale again in the heart. And exhale, flip away and draw over. Inhale, bring it back. And exhale, release the hands. Release the shoulders. You're welcome to grab a ball, a plate, a block, anything that feels good to bring between the hands. So we're going to lengthen straight out, whether we have a ball, plate, or just something in our arms. It doesn't have to be light and it doesn't have to be heavy. It just has to be something that doesn't break or hurt you if it does break. Let's go ahead and twist over to the side. Inhale here. And exhale, hinge at the hips as if you're giving this item to somebody. Reach it all the way out. Let's inhale, come back to center. Lengthen through the torso, twist to the opposite side. And exhale again, hinge at the hips and draw forward as if we're giving this to somebody. Inhale, lengthen back up. Twisting as we lengthen. And exhale, hinge, giving. Inhale, receiving. Twisting, exhale, giving. Inhale, bringing it back in. Twist, exhale. Inhale, lengthen back up. Twisting and exhale. Inhale. Let's go ahead and come back to center. Release that block. So as we release the block, let's come a little bit more into the chair. We're still not all the way back. We want to keep that posture and that length and that strength in our core. Let's bring the soles of the feet down. Start to ground into the earth here. Let's inhale, lengthen up and over. And exhale, bring the palms facing you, drawing all that energy back in, all the way down, and then wrap it around. Let's inhale, draw it up, and exhale, allowing that energy from the palms of the hands just to move slowly down through the body, wrapping it around the legs. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale again. Letting a smile come to the face as we release the arms to the side. Spinal balance. Inhale, one leg comes up, the opposite arm comes up. Exhale, let's release. Inhale, spinal balance on the opposite side, reaching up, lengthening out. Exhale. Inhale, contract and lengthen. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. And this time, exhale, bring that hand forward. Keep the leg up and reach the opposite arm back as we exhale. Inhale, lengthen forward up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen the opposite leg and arm. Let's exhale, bring that arm forward, the other arm back. Inhale, let's lengthen forward and up. And exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen both legs up. Exhale, it's open to the side. Torso length and strength. Inhale, lengthening up and over. Exhale, twist the opposite direction. Inhale, lengthening up. Let's point the toes. Point the fingers upward. Really stretch and contract those legs here. Contract the arms, contract the abs. Find that breath. As we exhale, keep the pointed toes. Bring the arms down to our sides. Draw the shoulders back and down. Squeezing back and down, and then elongating down through the fingertips towards the floor. Heart lifts, abs tuck in. Let's draw the toes back up towards the nose for staff pose. 2 more breaths here. Nice contraction, dynamic tension. 1 more deep breath. And let's exhale and release all of that. Take a moment, let's come a little bit closer to the front part of the seat so we can pick up a leg and just release. Allow our legs to relax a little bit. Giving a little bit of compression as the sole of the foot, the heel of the foot especially, as it taps on the ground as we let go. We're compressing the blood, the circulation back up through the legs and into the heart. So this is a good way to get our circulation moving here as we drop the legs gently. Remember, don't drop them too hard. Not trying to split anything. All right, coming to that stillness again. Let's come back in the seat. And as we do, let's find an open position. So as we open up, we have heel toe, maybe knee ankle alignment, starting to press into the soles of the feet here. Toes point the same direction as our knees. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen through the back. And we're going to exhale, hinge at the hips. Keep a nice flat back. You can use hands to help you, arm strength to help you as you release forward down. We're going to inhale, lengthen back up. Exhale, release forward down. Letting go here of the tension in that low back. Let's inhale, lengthen back up. Exhale again, let the heart lead, nice flat back. Inhale, pressing up. And let's exhale, just twist open to a side. So find that length in the vertebrae. You can use hands on the chair, on the leg, or even just on the body as we twist. And let's go ahead and gently exhale, moving nice and slow, checking in with our body, our back, and just moving to the other side. And let's check in again as we slowly move back to center, palm up. Let's keep that length in the torso as we gently hinge to one side. You can find the hand on the hip, roll the shoulders back, and just lengthen and breathe here. Nice deep breaths. Another good option in this particular pose is if your arms are ready, you can lengthen up and over, all the way overhead. Still keeping the shoulders stacked, still finding alignment throughout the torso. Let's go ahead and exhale. We're going to gently rotate that shoulder down and forward. As we sweep ourselves forward, allow the pressure of the opposite arm now to come. As we release the other arm and leg, palm up, coming back to hand on hip, roll the shoulders back. So we just gradually moved into the other side. Lengthen through the back, lengthen through the head. Nice deep breaths here. Finding alignment, strength in the belly, length all the way through the torso. If you would like, you can add that arm and length of the hand all the way up and over. And let's exhale, gently round that shoulder again, forward. And we're just going to move all the way back over to the other side. So remember, we're taking the gentle, easy approach as we allow the pressure to come into the arm, allow the back to lengthen. We're just allowing ourselves to move from one arm leg to the other arm leg as we tilt the shoulders back into alignment. And then we allow the shoulder to move forward so that we have shoulders side to side as we move across. And then from moving across, we're lifting that shoulder back up as we inhale. And as we exhale, we're allowing ourselves to move forward, down, pressure into the other leg. Inhale, starting to bring that shoulder up for stacking. Opening through the heart, and exhale again. Let's find center here. So both forearms are now on the knees. We can switch to palms of the hands. Take a nice deep inhale, lifting back up. And let's exhale, hinge forward, flat back. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, roll those shoulders back. Connect to the bottom back of the chair as we keep our length and strength in center. Let's just lift one leg, outstretch the toes up towards the ceiling. And exhale, we release that leg. Let's inhale, the opposite leg comes up, toes up. And exhale, release. Taking it easy with the breath, ground here at the heels and lift the toes. So here now, and then inhale, we're lifting those toes up for the sky. Heels are grounded into the floor. And maybe we've taken 2 breaths. As we exhale, release the feet. Now come into the toes and lift the heels. So now I'm lifting my heels up off the ground. The toes and the balls of the feet are grounded. And we're gonna exhale and release that. Release the hands, bottom back of the chair. Let's inhale, both legs extend out. This time, point the toes. Exhale, let's release back down. Soles of the feet ground. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, release the heels. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, release the toes and feet. Grab back bottom of the chair. Inhale, this time toes dorsiflex as we extend through the legs. Toes are up towards the ceiling. And let's exhale, release. Inhale, point the toes out. Extend through both legs. Exhale, release. Inhale, again, extend through the legs, toes point up in dorsiflexion. Exhale, let's release. Let's gently release the back bottom of the chair, hands neutral, back on the knees. Gently hip, hip, and heel, toe back into our hip width distance apart. Let's move side to side on the chair for a moment. So here we have elongated torso, abs are tucked in, grounded glutes, grounded feet here, toes point forward, hip width distance apart. Let's inhale, lengthen up and over. Exhale, palms forward, elbows outstretched into our cactus arms. Ground through the feet. Option again to bring a ball or block to those inner thighs if you would like. Take a nice deep inhale, draw those elbows back. As we exhale, let's bring palms together, zip down to the elbows. Keep the elbows lifted up off the chest. Inhale, open up. Exhale, release, fingers point down. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, draw it together. Zip to the elbows, press together. Inhale, open. Exhale, release down. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, press together. Inhale, open. Exhale, release, pointing down. And inhale, open back up. Exhale, palms face up. Let's go ahead and start to bring our arms together. Now, as we come forward, palms can face each other. Let's bring one hand to the other, or crossing the other. And then take those palms facing each other now. Extend through the fingertips, palms come together. And let's inhale, lengthen up. Take a nice exhale as we ground ourselves into the earth. And then inhale, lifting through the navel, through the torso, through the fingertips. And let's exhale, slowly release. Remembering which arm was on top of the other, as we're just going to move opposite. So now the other arm went on top of the other, palms connect, fingers forward. Let's inhale, lengthen back up. Exhale, feeling the grounding in the glutes and the soles of the feet. Inhale, feeling the tightness and lengthen. And let's exhale, slowly bring it back down. Releasing, and this time as we release, let's bend the elbows, interlace those fingers. So I went from pointing my fingers out, now I'm interlacing fingers as they were pointing down, elbows out to the side. And I'm going to draw that fist or connected fingers all the way out as those elbows come in towards me. I'm now extending my fist forward, the interlaced hands forward as much as I can, taking a couple of breaths here. Some of us may not extend that far. That is just fine. Just stay in touch with the body as we draw it back. We're slowly releasing out of that. We're releasing our finger holds here. We're coming back out to extension here. And we're releasing the hands because we're going to do the other side. Coming back around to that hand extension, fingers forward. Bend the elbows, point the fingers down, interlace the fingers here. Elbows point down, sweep that fist towards your heart chest center, and then slowly release those elbows down, relaxing elbows, shoulders, then extend forward with the clasped hands. And remember, anywhere along that process where you feel a little bit of tension and tightness, you're welcome to stop and just breathe into it. You don't have to come out to a full extension or length even as much as me. So just taking into consideration your body's limitations, checking in with yourself. Let's go ahead and exhale. We're going to hinge at those elbows. Softly bring that back towards the heart, chest. Elbows start to lift. Release of the hands down. Release of the fingers. Let's extend forward. Take a nice deep breath. And then we're going to release the hands to our sides. As we release the hands to the sides, let's gently roll through those wrists here, whichever direction you prefer that feels good, as we lengthen through the back. Finding that breath again. And let's go ahead and rotate the opposite direction. And as we rotate the opposite direction, we might start to bring those fingers into a fist. We might start to bring the thumb in as well as we continue to rotate through our wrists. Finding our breath. And let's go ahead and just shake it out right here. So just letting yourself shake it out. All right. For those of us that have that extra, Go ahead and let it go. We're going to come all the way up and out of our chairs. Some of us might be still sitting in our chairs. That is fine. You're welcome to stay seated in the chair. Just remember, we could always do with a little bit of movement in the arms and in the legs. So if we're still seated in the chair, there's some arm movements we might want to copy that the standing up people are doing. So just taking that into consideration into our mind. Let's step behind our seat so that we have that higher rest here. And we're just going to gently step one leg back, hip width distance apart. And we're going to lift that heel for a moment, but then as we have our hand on that chair, let's bring that heel guided slightly in for a warrior pose. My hips now shifted open. My leg is lengthened. This knee is still bent forward. And remember, we want to shift our hips now forward facing for our warrior one, knee bent, checking ankle alignment, toes point forward. Hands can be right here. Hands can also be to our sides on our hips. They could be at the heart here as we center, finding the breath. Or if you'd like to, you can bring them all the way up and over for the full posture of warrior one. Or maybe just one arm. Or maybe the other arm, taking turns to find that balance. And let's go ahead and gently exhale the arms back down to the side for our warrior one. We're going to bring the hands in front of us back to that chair. Keep the legs in the same position. Our hips are still forward facing. Let's tuck those elbows in slightly. We're going to do our crocodile push-ups here. So that means from my hips to the crown of my head, I'm going to keep that nice flat back and only hinge at my hips. So take a nice deep inhale. And let's exhale, draw those elbows into the rib cage. Allow the heart to move forward nice and slow. Then let's inhale, press away from us. Pressing away from the chair. Exhale, let's go ahead, hinge at the hips, draw the heart forward, elbows tuck in towards ourselves. Inhale, let's lengthen back up. Nice deep breaths here. Exhale, hinging again for that crocodile push-up. And inhale. Let's exhale and draw that other leg forward. We're going to come to our other side here. Hip width distance apart. Taking that leg, opposite leg, stepping back, lift that heel for a moment, and then find that heel coming inward slightly and down. Maybe your hips even opened up like mine. Check your front knee that aligns with the ankle, toes point forward towards that chair you have. And then take a nice deep breath, lengthen through the torso, and let's move those hips forward, keeping that pressure on the back leg and front leg. Here we can keep the hands right on back of the chair and find our balance. We're breathing in and out of the nose as we lengthen through the torso and press through the hands overhead. Finding balance here as well as strength and length. You could also bring one hand and maybe even take turns. Finding that balance. And let's gently exhale as we come back down again. We're bringing hands to that chair. And we're going to tuck in those elbows. We're going to do 3 more crocodile push-ups while we press through the soles of the feet. Strengthen the navel, hinge at the hips. Let's exhale, coming first into crocodile push-up here, heart towards the chair. And inhale, press back up. Exhale, releasing forward, down, elbows to the rib cage, heart sinks forward. And bring it back up. And let's go ahead and bring it back down. Each one comes with an inhale or an exhale. So we have a rhythm here. And let's exhale, gently twist that heel back up and step it forward. All right, coming to the either back part of the chair, we're going to do some chair poses. So you can hang on to the back part of the chair, or another option here is to hang on to the seat of the chair. It depends on where you're at and how your back aligns. If you feel like you can find an aligned back here and be a little bit lower, Knees are bent, hip width distance apart, and we're hinging back at the hips as we hang onto the chair. If this is too low for you, let's bring it up to right behind the chair. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, and exhale, hinge those hips back. Knees also hinge. You can see your toes, and those toes are lifting up and off the floor. If you need support between those inner thighs, you could always bring that brick an inch or two above the knees, squeeze that together. This will find your hip width distance apart as well as we activate those inner thighs, sitting it back, toes lift. Let's inhale, lengthen up. Take that nice deep breath and let's exhale, hinge back and down. So it's up to you how far down you take it, how far back we take it. Let's inhale, lengthen up. We're keeping a nice flat back. And exhale. Maybe some of us have really good balance and just can bring the hands right here on the thighs to the knees. And then let's inhale, lengthen up. Maybe some of us lengthen up and over. And exhale, coming back down, either grabbing a hold of the chair or just arms, hands down to the knees. Let's go ahead and come back to the chair. Inhale and exhale. Releasing that. All right, still hip width distance apart, toes point forward. Let's inhale, rock that weight up to the balls of the feet, to the toes. Lift those heels up off the ground. And let's exhale, slowly release the heels. Allow yourself to come back a little bit with the weight. Lift the toes, lift the balls of the feet. You're balancing on the heels so you can hang onto the chair for extra balance. Let's go ahead and release down. Rocking it back up, lifting those heels as we inhale. And exhale, releasing. Rocking slightly back. Inhale, lift the toes, lift the balls of the feet. And exhale, release. Inhale, those knees are micro bent. So this whole time we have engaged our knees. They're micro bent. And let's exhale, release the heels, rock gently back. Even here, those knees are micro bent as we lift the toes and the balls of the feet. And exhale, release the soles of the feet. Let's go ahead and remove the blocker ball if we had that added. And let's bring our hands back to the top part of the chair and step one leg back, come to the ball of the foot. Inhale, lengthen, and let's exhale, just press that heel down. If this feels okay or good, maybe we lengthen that leg, find our pyramid for a moment. Inhale, and let's exhale, rebend that knee. Inhale, let's lengthen through the leg, pyramid pose. And as we exhale, coming back into that high lunge, this time we're just keeping the heel down in the back though. Inhale and exhale. Last time, lunging on the side. Allow that back heel to press down. We're also opening right here in the front hip flexors. And let's draw that leg forward. Coming to the other side here, we're going to step that other leg back. Finding that hip width distance apart. Soften, bend that knee. Draw that heel down and back into our floor. Then let's inhale, lengthen into our pyramid. That means the front leg lengthens here. Remember, micro bent in the knees. And exhale, rebend that knee. Inhale, lengthen into pyramid. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, lengthen into pyramid. Exhale, bend at the knee. Take a moment, even maybe press the hips slightly forward as we feel the stretch here in the growing area, as well as the back of the leg as we press the heel down. Let's take another breath here. And let's exhale, come back forward. Walk it out here for just a moment. And let's bring it all the way back so that we're coming back into our seat. And remember, as we come back into our seat, You're welcome to use a belt or towel. I'm going to be hugging my knees towards my chest. So let's find ourselves comfortable, secure, and stable on our chair, whether we need a belt or not. We're going to hug our knees into our chest. So let's exhale, pick up one knee, interlace the fingers or grab a belt, and draw up towards the center of the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, let's lengthen as if we're lengthening through the body as best we can through the crown of the head. And as we exhale, let's bring that third eye or forehead towards the knee. Let's inhale, lengthen back up. Expand through the abs. Let's exhale, rounding to the knee. Inhale, lengthen back up, still squeezing. And exhale, round to the knee. Let's go ahead and gently release that. Give our hands maybe a shake if we did use our hands. Maybe it's fingers. Let's go ahead and bend the opposite knee. Interlace the fingers again. And maybe if we had interlaced a certain way, try a different interlacing here. Other thumb over the top then. And let's exhale. Knee comes in towards the midline center. Inhale, let's lengthen through the torso, stretch up through the crown. And let's exhale, round towards the knee. Inhale, let's lengthen back up. Feeling that expanding breath. Exhale again towards the knee. Inhale, lifting, lengthening, expanding. And exhale again, rounding towards the knee. Inhale, lift and extend. And let's exhale, gently release that. As we release that, maybe we're coming further back into the chair for a moment. Let's extend those legs and extend and be comfortable. We're rotating through the feet here. So whichever direction feels good to you, extending through those legs, tightening those leg muscles as we rotate. And let's rotate the opposite direction here with our feet. Slowing down as we come back to the awareness of our breath. And let's exhale and release. All right. Getting ready for our shavasana here. If we have any last maybe head rolls, shoulder shrugs, fists, anything we want to let go of before moving down into our shavasana, you're welcome to roll around on the floor. Draw those knees, give yourself a hug as we round our backs. If we're on the floor, we are welcome to come into our dead corpse pose, which is just open arms, open legs, relaxed, closing the eyes, finding it comfortable if you need pillows under the knees, maybe a rolled up towel underneath the neck. Anything that can be helpful and supportive for your body so that you can be comfortable, whether you're in a chair, couch, wherever you're at, maybe on the ground. So, finding our shavasana pose, our relaxation pose, as we start to close the eyes and come into the breath. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. Taking a moment, coming back to our own mantra today, our own intention, affirmation that we started off with class, whatever that intention, positive affirmation or mantra that we've chosen. We're taking a moment with each and every breath as we have relaxed with the breath. We're allowing the exhale to be that mantra, and we might say it out loud the first couple of times, and then maybe we whisper that mantra. And then we quietly bring it inside ourselves and just allow that mantra to rotate in our mind and in our body as we breathe. Slowly letting go of our affirmation, our personal mantra, our intention, and just letting the body and mind rest, relax into our breath. Today we choose to honor ourselves. We open our awarenesses to the wholeness of life as we maintain our core integrity as pure awareness under all circumstances. As we choose to meditate on a regular basis, we develop witnessing awareness. The ability to be present and aware, while simultaneously the body and mind experience and react to whatever is happening externally. When this witnessing awareness knows itself to be present and conscious, it is then honoring itself, valuing itself, not losing its integrity by identifying with the passing thoughts and feelings of the situation. In today's meditation, we deepen our experience and witnessing awareness so that after meditation we can remain present with our emotions and our thoughts. Maintaining this present awareness allows patience, equanimity, compassion, self-worth, and inner freedom to grow within all relationships, especially the one with ourself. Take a moment here and ask yourself, how do you feel at the end of the day? Where do you hold on in your body? Do you feel headaches, jaw pain, tight hips, achy feet, or tense shoulders? Do you acknowledge these feelings you had during the day? Or do you push them aside or cover them up in the name of moving forward? Take a moment to acknowledge yourself. Ponder the detail of patterns or coping responses we have when dealing with difficult emotions and experiences. Consider positive response strategies that you can practice to support your sense of peace and well-being. Breathing in, breathing out. Finding that during these difficult emotions and experiences, we can always take a moment and just breathe. Bringing in peace, knowing that we are completely supported by the earth, by the universe, and everything is going to be okay. These stressful moments will pass. Breathe. I honor my unlimited self. I honor my unlimited self. I honor my unlimited self. As we breathe, breathing in our awarenesses, coming back to the awareness of the room. And while we're here, maybe the eyes are still closed. Maybe we can move our head left and right gently as we reawaken our body. Maybe we take a moment to stretch overhead, contracting all the way through the body as we lengthen. As we bring movement back to our fingers, our toes, our head, we can move to one side and come into our fetal position if we're on the ground. If we're in the chair, or if we're on the ground, we can also start to make our way back up into a sitting position or a comfortable position. Once we're all back up, thank you for joining me today. It was wonderful to see you, Brenda, Mary King, and Mary King, of course, has a crowd probably watching there. Watch party also for Annie Mitcher. Hi, or Mitchner. Hi, Annie. It was great to have you guys all here today. Thank you, and namaste. Have a wonderful Monday. And just remember to breathe. Everything will pass eventually.